Hi, everybody. I have my my assistant here, ready, willing, and able to help if need be. So I'm going to try to not let her distract me. But if I suddenly go flying, it's because she's been jumping up on the whatever shelves lately and knocking books off on my head, and we're learning not to do that. I have my trusty spray bottle at hand, so if suddenly there's a cutaway and then I come back, you can bet something like that happened. Anyway, a while ago, last week actually, January 5th, one of my daily readings was by a young man named Vince Amlin, who is co-pastor of Bethany United Church of Christ in Chicago and co-planter of the Gilead Church Chicago, which is forming now. Busy guy, young guy. But I was really captured by what he wrote. The title of it is Proverbs is Garbage. So I thought I'd share it with you and get you thinking and see what you think as well. He writes, first quoting Proverbs 22, verses 1, 3, and 4 from the NRSV. A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver or gold. The clever see danger and hide, but the simple go on and suffer for it. The reward for humility and fear of the Lord is riches and honor and life. Here's what he writes. The book of Proverbs is garbage. I said what I said. Don't at me. The symbol for at, like don't start sending him texts and tweets and all this. It's full of dubious wisdom. Quote, follow the rules and you'll be rewarded. Suffering is for the stupid. If you lose your good name, you're sunk. Close quote. Reading Proverbs, I wonder, what world is this person living in? Not the one where bad things happen to good people and wealth has no correlation to virtue. Reading Proverbs, I wonder, what God is this person worshiping? Not the one who hears the cries of the suffering or who is always giving folks new names. At Gilead Chicago, we have an explicit policy on name changes. We will call you whatever you put on your name tag. No questions asked. If you've been Elizabeth for as long as we've known you, but you come through the communion line with a Betsy tag, it's the bread of life broken for you, Betsy. If you have a name that's dead or unsafe or that doesn't fit or comes with too many stories or too many memories, you can come up with a new one or tell us your true one. If you have lost your, quote, good name, the good news is we worship a God who offers an unending supply, which, come to think of it, is better than riches. But the rest is still garbage. And his prayer says, as a new year begins, teach us the good names for which you made us. Just kind of made me think about it. Have you ever changed your name? Most likely, if you're a woman and you got married and you're of a certain age, you probably changed your name to your husband's name. Although, perhaps, if you are a younger person and you married, either male or female, you may have combined your names. I know of men who have changed their names. I know of a man who married into a family, and his family was not healthy, did not treat him well, pretty much abandoned him, and so he took his wife's family name. Isn't that interesting? And she didn't change hers. I changed my name for a time. When I was entering ministry and I was in seminary, it was a big deal to me to be leaving my old life behind, because My whole life and my whole family had been around music, and the Swift name was so well known in music internationally that I decided I really needed to have a different name. So I think I've told you before, but I took my mother's birth name of Wood, and I became Deborah Swift Wood while I was in seminary. And it was an interesting experience for me, because it's like I embraced that whole part of my family, my maternal family, that I had not before. And Kitty, move over. It changes our identity in a way, how we see ourselves to change our names. So God does that. God changes names all the time. Saul, became Paul. There are others, many others. The reason that I bring this up, though, is because I think it's important for us to remember that we have new identities all the time. See what I mean? This cat may be changing her name to use up some of her lives if she's not careful. We have new identity in Jesus. We have the ability to start over, to totally ask God to remake us in God's image. And we don't have to be held back by what people know of us, or what they thought of us, or the different labels they've tried to place on us. That's good news, right? It's great news. The other side of that is that we must not do that to others either. And that's harder. Oh, but so-and-so cheated on his wife. I will never trust him. Oh, but so-and-so demonstrated at the Capitol. They are not to be trusted. Oh, but so-and-so served time. I don't think that I could ever trust her to clean my house. We can't do that either. So I invite you, don't even think of it. Nope, get down. Get down. I don't think that we can have the luxury of continuing. You're getting a kick out of this, aren't you? I thought about stopping, but somebody said to me, I love the way you just kind of roll with the punches. It gives me hope for life when I see you just keep going. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep going. But back to what I was saying, it's really important for us to allow other people to change, to grow and change, just as we want to be able to grow and change and adopt new identities. Okay? Thanks for being with me on this prayerful pause with the pastor, this crazy cat journey that we're on today. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. And sure, I'll go ahead and publish this because I have no pride. All right, I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, I'll try not to kill the cat. I'll just keep the spritzer handy. And bye for now.